The amount of opportunity sitting in front of you right now is insane. We're living in the greatest wealth transfer in history. So right now, if you focus for the next few years, then your chances of being financially well off are really high, especially if you follow what I'm going to be sharing in today's video. I'm going to share the exact strategy you need to follow if you want to get filthy rich during this recession. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can lower your overhead and ways to actually profit off your overhead, what businesses to start right now which are easier to profit during this recession, and what you should do with that money when it comes in, because it's really vital that you spend it the right way instead of the wrong way. Otherwise, this could completely mess up your wealth building trajectory. So first off, most people think a recession is a negative thing, and for some people it can if they're subject to the economic decline. But if I were you, I wouldn't be scared of a recession, especially if you're watching this video right now. A recession, in the most simplistic terms, is just a decline in the amount of money being spent in the economy, which just means that the graph of GDP is negative rather than going up. And this can obviously cause rising levels of unemployment and falling retail sales. But here's the thing most people don't tell you. Recessions are a natural part of an economic boom. Not everything can go up forever. In fact, it's a healthy market correction that gives opportunity for new people in the world. So listen very closely, because if you focus on this time period, then when the next boom or bull market happens, you'll be so well prepared that everyone's going to be envious of you and think that there's some wizard telling you the future. But the truth is, you're just going to be following proven statistics that have worked time and time again for the best investors and entrepreneurs that have walked this planet. So the very first thing to get ahead in this recession is to lower your overhead. This might seem super simple, but make sure you listen to this part, because if you're living on a working wage right now, I think this could be one of the most vital things that you can do to completely shift your economic status around. And there's a few ways you can do this. Of course, you can just reduce your overhead by buying less products and focusing on necessities you need, which you should already be doing. But let's think a little bit smarter. How can you take some of your fixed costs already, like your home payment, your rent, or even your car payment, and turn that into something that can cash flow you, and take those liabilities and turn them into a source of income? Now we're thinking smart. So here's a few different ways that you can switch this around. Number one, you can try to house hack. So if you already own a home, then what you can do is you can find some roommates, or if you're renting a home, you can rent out a few of those rooms. So let's take a theoretical example. Let's say you're renting a 3-bedroom house out. You can look for 2 other roommates and charge each of those roommates $1,000 per month, so you'll be living for completely free. Now, of course, if you are renting, you're going to want to make sure with your landlord that this is okay, but this can give you a great way to actually have a source of income, because let's say if you charge each of those people $1,100, then you would be cash flowing $200 a month while having free rent. Now, another idea, let's say you're working from home right now and your car is just sitting out in its driveway. What you can do is you can list that car on Turo and start getting people to pay you money to use your cars during the day you don't need it. This can be a great source of additional income, and it's going to help you offset some of your fixed costs, which is super important, because the more money that we can save on liabilities and on costs just to keep us alive, the more money we're going to be able to invest in some of the methods that are going to really help us get rich. Which brings us to the second thing I want to talk about, which is what businesses and side hustles we can start right now, which are going to be relatively easy to start profiting on and don't have too much upfront risk. Because at the end of the day, if you are starting any side hustle or any business during this recession, you don't want to expose yourself to too much risk. Risks are literally the reason why most people never end up starting a business. So I'm going to share a couple business/side hustle ideas that can help you get off the ground without that scary cost of failing. So a few opportunities that I know are going to be really successful during this time period are service-based businesses and e-commerce businesses with low upfront risk. Now, service-based businesses are amazing to start out as a beginner because number one, you don't need relatively any capital to start off. And number two, if we can focus on high-paying clients in profitable niches, then this is super easy to scale to 6 figures per year. And I'm going to explain a great strategy right now. So here's my example and a good side hustle you could start out for a service-based business. Right now, Instagram Reels are blowing up and everyone on their mother wants to start posting on these platforms in this content style that Alex Hormozi has coined, which is getting really popular right now. And this is where you can come in. All you need to do is write up a super simple script saying, hi, my name is X and I want to make 30 Instagram Reels for you, repurposing the content that you already have. I'm going to focus on developing a great hook for your Instagram Reels, and this is going to help you grow your Instagram page super quickly. All it's going to cost is $800 per month. If this sounds like something interesting to you, then please reply back. Now, this is so powerful because number one, you're getting in front of potential clients for no cost because you're just going to be DMing them on Instagram. And then number two, if these people do accept your proposition to make content for them, you don't actually have to make the content. You can outsource this to people who live in low-wage countries for $200 to $300 per month, and you'll be able to profit the difference. Scaling a business like this is relatively easy. To get 10 clients, you'll nearly be making a 6-figure salary, and there's so many different service-based businesses we could start using this exact same strategy. Now, the other business I recommended to you guys was e-commerce. This is a great business model as well to start during the recession, but you're going to need to focus on two key things. Number one, that you're picking problem-solving products because problem-solving products are recession-proof. So, for example, you're selling something to someone who has pain in their body. People are not going to stop buying products from them because their pain point is worth more than $40 or the product cost that it's going to take to get them that product. And number two, you're going to be wanting to focus on free advertising. And with Instagram Reels and TikTok, there is no easier way to start advertising for free. For example, what I would do if I was starting an e-commerce business, I would focus on a product like this smart biometric door device that you can put on your door. And this is a problem-solving product. And if you see, all these TikToks that they made are super simple, but they're getting thousands and thousands of visitors to their website just because they're focusing and mastering this organic content approach. Now, I guarantee you, if you focus on making content like this for a few months, then you're gonna start getting some traction, and there's potential to make thousands and thousands of dollars per month with this strategy. And if you continue to build this asset up by posting the right content, then this business could eventually be sold for a good amount of money as well. So this is why I like this side hustle over the service-based business, but I think you could even try them in conjunction if you're really a go-getter. Now that you have some money coming in, the next step is super crucial. When you're investing in stocks or crypto, an amazing return would be 2 or 3xing your money in a year or two's time. Now, with a business, you could 2 or 3x your money every single month. That's why I recommend to focus on the business beforehand. But once that money is coming in excess, you need to get rid of it somehow. Now, I don't mean giving that money away, but we're gonna need to be reinvesting that money, which I know can be very scary because the natural reaction when you have money could be wanting to hoard on to it or to spend it on fancy things. And if you're like me, you think holding on to the money is going to be the smarter option, but trust me, holding on to money is going to get eaten up by inflation. So here's what we're going to want to do with it. So number one, reinvest that money into your business, which should seem obvious, but you should be trying to improve your product, improve your service, and getting a leg up on competitors, because there's going to be people in the market who are constantly trying to beat you out at what you're doing. So you're going to want to make sure you differentiate yourself. And how you do that is by creating a moat with your product or service and creating a better customer experience. So whatever you can do and think of to reinvest that profit into improving things, that's going to be a very smart move that's going to pay off massively. But after you've done that and exhausted it to the point where you still have money coming in, this is what we're going to want to do. we're going to want to start dollar cost averaging into some businesses which have already seen a massive decline. So when the bull market returns, you're going to be able to profit off these investments. Now, if you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, it's an investment strategy where you're not investing all of your money at once. You're watching the market, and as things go down, you deploy a portion of your investment budget, and this is a very safe way to invest. So for example, let's say your favorite stock drops by 5%. Instead of investing all your money, you would put something like 10% in, and then the next time it drops again, you'll put another 10% in. So this is a great way to invest because you're gonna pretty much be able to beat the market out, and especially when you are investing during a recession, if we look at a historical graph, as long as we're investing during these times are low, we're in a very great position to make a lot of money as long as we're choosing solid companies with good fundamentals. Just make sure that you're investing in future-proof companies that are going to last beyond this recession. Now, the last thing that I think is important to mention during a recession is to build a reserve fund. You should already have a reserve fund right now, but some people don't know this concept, but I think it's really important to have 6 to 12 months of cost basis on your living saved up. So if at any point you go through a dry spell where money is not coming in, you're going to have that financial security that you're not going to need to start making money tomorrow. You can get your marbles in order. You can come up with a good strategy and start coming up with a smart way to make money rather than just going at it trying to get whatever dollar you can. So guys, I hope this was a really valuable video for you guys. If you did enjoy and get some value, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.